Hello, everyone. Welcome to Celsius 233, your go-to place for fiction book summaries. Today, we will embark on a journey through The Chessmen of Mars by Edgar Rice Burroughs. The Chessmen of Mars, fifth in Edgar Rice Burroughs Barsoom series, follows the adventures of Tara, daughter of the famous Earthman John Carter, and Dejah Thoris of Mars. This 1922 novel dives into a unique part of the Martian world, introducing a treacherous, high-stakes game of jetan, a form of Martian chess played with living pieces. Combining Burroughs, hallmark action, and imaginative science fiction, the story blends romance, political intrigue, and martial artistry on the exotic landscape of Barsoom, Mars. Plot summary: Tara of Helium, daughter of the mighty warlord John Carter and the illustrious Dejah Thoris, stands upon the terrace of her father's palace, irritated with a tangle of emotions. Despite being accustomed to attention, Tara finds herself pondering her engagement to Jor Cantos, a noble warrior, with neither excitement nor affection. Yet, even as she debates her feelings, Tara's eyes wander to the approaching figure of Gahan, Jade of Gathol, whose charm and curiosity intrigue her despite her reluctance to admit it. Frustrated and resolute, she rejects both men's attention and decides to take her swift Martian flyer out for an unannounced journey, longing for adventure and solitude. The skies grow ominous as Tara's craft zips across the Barsoomian expanse, and soon a fearsome storm overtakes her. Battling against fierce winds, Tara loses control of her vessel and is helplessly swept across unknown lands before her craft finally crashes upon strange, barren terrain. Alone and far from home, Tara awakens to a new challenge. She must survive this desolate landscape and find a way back to Helium. In her struggle, she comes upon the bizarre city of Planetary, inhabited by people who play a deadly game called jetan, a version of Martian chess played with living warriors on a giant board. Drawn by curiosity and her fearless nature, Tara's arrival does not go unnoticed. She is captured by the Manatorians, who are mesmerized by her beauty and regal bearing. Otar, the cruel jetan of Planetary, seeks to add her to his harem, but Tara's unbreakable spirit and courage rebuff his advances. He imprisons her, planning to use her as a pawn in his deadly game, but Tara resists, plotting to escape this hostile land and its ruthless leader. Meanwhile, Gahan of Gathol learns of Tara's disappearance, and spurred by both duty and love, embarks on a daring mission to find her. With cunning and skill, he traces her flight and eventually reaches the city of Planetary, where he disguises himself as Ukal, a warrior from a far-off land, to move about undetected. His ruse allows him to enter the deadly jetan games, where prisoners fight to the death for the entertainment of the ruling elite. Knowing Tara is somewhere within the city, Gahan risks his life in each match, hoping to gain an audience with Otar and find Tara before it is too late. Tara's captivity forces her to participate in jetan as well, and her sharp mind quickly grasps the strategies of the game. She faces terrifying opponents, but her resourcefulness and agility make her a formidable player. Yet, even as she defies Otar's schemes, her isolation and longing for home become an increasingly heavy burden. Gahan, however, remains hidden in the city, silently watching over her, finding her glimpses across the playing fields and gathering allies from among those who admire Tara's indomitable spirit. The time comes when Gahan and Tara are thrust into the arena together, unaware of each other's identities under the garb of warriors. The players are positioned for a brutal game, and the odds seem insurmountable. Yet, as their eyes meet, a spark of recognition passes between them. Gahan, still concealed as Ukal, uses his martial prowess to protect Tara as best he can, eliminating the threats around them. Together, they fight through the game's deadly phases, relying on instinct, grit, and newfound affection. Despite his disguise, Tara recognizes in Ukal the nobility and dedication of Gahan, and she finds her heart softening toward him, realizing his sacrifices and bravery. In a thrilling twist, Gahan challenges Otar himself, demanding the princess's release. The tyrant scoffs but is forced by his people's growing admiration for Tara and Ukal to agree to a duel. The combat is fierce, but Gahan's strength, honed by years of training, prevails. He defeats Otar, stripping him of his authority and inspiring Planetary's warriors to recognize Gahan as a leader. With Otar dethroned, Gahan seizes the opportunity to secure Tara's freedom, And the people of Manator, swayed by Tara's courage and dignity, choose to follow Gahan's guidance toward a more just rule. In the days following, Tara finds herself no longer bound by duty, but instead drawn to Gahan by her own desire. As they prepare to depart Manator and return to Helium, she acknowledges her love for him, a love tested by their trials and strengthened by mutual respect. Gahan's dedication and Tara's courage have forged an unbreakable bond between them, and they return home not only as warriors victorious, but as companions destined to shape their future together on Barsoom. Hope you enjoyed that. If you're curious about what happens next, explore the rest of Barsoom series by Edgar Rice Burroughs. Find them in the description or search Celsius 233. Remember, while our summaries capture the essence, they can never replace the full experience of reading the book. If this summary intrigued you, consider diving into the complete story, buy the book, and immerse yourself in Edgar Rice Burroughs' original work. Bye-bye, take care, have fun.